Hi, Taurus. Welcome to the Power of Three. I'm me, Amber, and we're doing a monthly reading for November 2025. So, in the title, you see it's your transparency reading. We're using the Transparency Tarot. I've had this deck for years, I just don't use it on camera. Again, three cards for the overall energy. Um, we're also finishing the year off in a strong manner by getting a word from the Holy Spirit this month as well as next month. Um, whether I'm here doing readings next year, I don't know. So just going to remind you to hit the like button if you find yourself coming to this channel. If you're one of the four people that readily show up here, please hit the like button. It's one thing I can't wrap my head around. I would keep reading for you four people. No problem. If you just hit the like button every time. So I don't understand why you show up and don't hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe too, because they're always unsubscribing people every month. So we'll continue on for now and see what happens. So I'm going to begin, Taurus, with looking at what you need transparency on. So you might need to take a holiday and sit on the beach and disconnect from everything and everybody to get clarity, to get transparency. Sorry, I got hair in my eye all of a sudden. I don't know where. Um, oh man. Anyway, I just of course sprayed that stuff on my hands, right? Trying to figure out what to do about something. That's usually why we need clarity. Do I stay? Do I go? Do I waddle to and fro? I don't know where that just came from, but it might be the scenario might be just so sadistic or ridiculous that you just don't know what to do and you can't think anymore. So you need to just get away from it all, maybe as far away as possible, because it might be that nippy. I don't know where these words are coming from. Okay. Um, we'll just continue here, Taurus, and just begin with your words from the Holy Spirit. Okay. Here we go. Do not let any set of circumstances intimidate you. The more challenging your day, the more of my power I place at your disposal. You seem to think that I empower you equally each day, but that is not so. Your tendency upon awakening is to assess the difficulties ahead of you, measuring them against your average strength. This is an exercise in unreality. Know what each of your days will contain, and I empower you accordingly. The degree to which I strengthen you on a given day is based mainly on two variables: the difficulty of your circumstances and your willingness to depend on me for help. Try to view challenging days as opportunities to receive more of my power than usual. Look to me for all that you need and watch to see what I will do. As your day, so shall your strength be. Well, that's quite the balance to figure out, isn't it? I can kind of see why you're on the verge of either laughing or crying, to the point where you're coming up with these phrases and just kind of making light of maybe the most horrible situation, making jokes out of it because at some point a person, when you're a decent person and you're here and you're good and you're always trying to do good even when there's no good around you, and after a while you just, like I say, you either have to laugh or cry because things just get so out of hand and so ridiculous. So let's move forward. Let's just stop with the chitty chat and see what comes out to start this off. Thank you, Holy Spirit. For the sign of Taurus, November 2025, what do they need transparency on? What do they need to know? I think you're the second sign that got this as well, coming out in duels this month. Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. I feel like the joke is that something that is so blatantly yours, something that you're absolutely entitled to. You've earned it, or you own it, or something, and yet you find yourself where you're at. Again, fill in the blank of whatever your situation is. We'll see what comes out of the transparency tarot. Here we go. 3 cards for the overall energy. And then we're going to top it up with the supporting energy with the 3D tarot, which is just major arcana, which means that this is major. You know, when people get to the point where they need transparency, they need clarity, it's usually about something big. So we'll see. Taurus, November 2025. What do they need to know? Oh, okay. That's, yeah, wow. Oh, mhm. Okay, okay, wait. Yeah. This deck is heavy and um, it bends a certain way. So if you don't shuffle it a certain way, it doesn't respond. It's weird. Also, the second sign to get this card, it's the Ten of Swords. I'm going to put 3 cards together and then I will let you know what I get and show it to you. Because it builds a picture, right? Because it's clear. So all the pictures on each card kind of build a story, so to speak. 2 more for Taurus, please. Overall energy of what they need clarity on. Ace of Cups. 1 more. Hmm. More, please, for Taurus. All right, there it is. Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, it's the Nine of Swords. So we have the Ten of Swords, which is an ending, something getting cut right off clean, like when you clear a hayfield. There's the right time. It has to be cut. And when it's cut, it's gone. It's done. There is no more. The Ace of Cups is love. And the Nine of Swords is anxiety and why. Taurus, whether this is a love that should have lasted and there's absolutely no reason to explain what happened. Oh, okay. So getting back to this, fear not, little flock, for it is your father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Somebody was in it for what they could get. Uh, and you were completely in love. So that's a tough one to take. Needing clarity on how you find yourself not picking up on those red flags, just completely falling head over heels for somebody that is absolutely emotionless over you. Nothing. Just because you've got something to inherit. So they were hoping to inherit it. Maybe they found out the details of how these things work and realized that there was no chance of them ever ending up with what they wanted to end up with. So now they are gone. Full stop. No explanation, nothing. Leaving you to pick up the pieces and figure out step by step, maybe working backwards on what was really going on. All right, let's see what comes out for the supporting energy from the major arcana. Because, like I said, this is all major this month. Taurus, please. Okay, well, need I say more? You can see that that's the devil. What do they say? And yeah, they're saying prepare. This has never happened, but because I don't make the titles, okay? Just like the cheers, your clarifiers, you stand there and wait till I'm told what to vote. And the title is the same. I don't know what the title is until I'm done the video. And I wait, see. But You know that saying, the devil wears a red dress or something like that, right? So, um, watch the movie, Grumpier Old Men, Grumpier Old Men. They say that in that movie because, Sophia Loren, she was very beautiful, or is. I don't know if she's still with us or not. I think so, but maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, the point being is when she comes in and she's dressed very hot on purpose, she's going in to pay him back. And obviously they end up falling in love, but his buddy's sitting there saying, she's coming at him and he's like, it's a beautiful woman in a red dress, right? Very alluring, just to draw you in. You can't help yourself. That's what happened, Taurus. That's what happened. Now, in the movie, obviously, it turned out fine, but in your scenario, it didn't. You were head over heels, drawn in by v- someone very alluring, and they were just absolutely no good. All right. So needing clarity on just the whole situation because it's definitely a transitional period for you as a person to not let that happen again and get clarity on what to do and how to view falling in love again, if ever. Main spread is Legacy of the Divine Tarot for their highest good, please, for the sign of Taurus. Five Wands, conflict. But this conflict is inner conflict. It's conflict within you. You're conflicted now about you and what happened, and maybe blaming yourself. Like you're no good because, all that matters is what you stand to inherit or what you already have. So you're thinking, like, what I'm getting is like people don't care about me. They just care about what I have. So in that instance, it would be very difficult to value yourself, wouldn't it? So that's what you need clarity on. You need clarity on how to move forward. You're not the only one. A lot of the signs are the same. Keep going for Taurus, please. Pentacles, distracting yourself with work, a hobby. Maybe you're a wood carver. Maybe you just create art in some way. Um, you make things, you create things, and it maybe it's part of why you're so valuable, but I guess maybe you feel like that is your only value, so you just are diving headlong into it, or you always have. And then this person came along and pulled you out of it, and now look where you find yourself. One more for Taurus, please. Like I'm picturing somebody that Taurus that, and I'm on the card. I haven't turned it over yet, so I'm going to say this anyway. Right or wrong, I'm picturing somebody that works very hard and never thought about love or thought maybe love wasn't for them. You're just so into what you do with this Three of Pentacles. And then that person came along and did the impossible and opened you up to love and you fell head over heels. And now you regret it. It makes me sad because I feel like for at least one of you, that was the one and only shot. And given how it turned out, love will never be given a chance again. What do we have? The Fool. The Fool. And this is weird because I've never seen a fool like this before. The dog is hanging on to a ribbon. It's draped over his arm, but it's certainly not tied on there. There's a lot of cards flying out of it. Um, he doesn't have You know, the normal fool has like the sack of what he needs and he's just taking, what he can and off he goes with what he can carry. But this one is it's like a jack in the box and all these cards, tarot cards are flying out of it. And he's balancing on, what do you call that? The sands, the sand, I can't think of it. Or if you can see it right there, right? He's only got so much time. There's only so much time. This is what I mean. Like, that was the one and only time that person ruined it now for everybody. For everybody. Because you weren't really into that anyway. And then that one person came along and woke your heart up, and your heart just flew right out of your chest for them. And now you feel empty, floating out there in space. Never, ever again made up your mind that you're going to experience that again and feel like there's nothing beneath you. Nothing. Bottom of the deck. Strength. You're just kind of inverting back into who you were and what you used to do because that's where it's safe. That's where there's ground underneath of you. Wow. Okay. Your clarifier is silver witchcraft. I see why now. Uh-huh. Clarifying for Taurus, November 2025 for their highest good, please. Five of Wands. Clarify the Five of Wands. That was quick. Queen of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay. Taurus, this female came in and I'm telling you, this is your devil in the red dress. Wow. Was she beautiful, alluring? She dressed nice. She just swept you right off your look, just swept you right off of your feet. And this is under the Five of Wands. This is under feeling conflicted inside about somebody being able to do that to you. And how could somebody look and smell and sound so wonderful and yet be so evil? That's what you're trying to wrap your head around now. Under the Three of Pentacles, we have the Page. Tipping her head back, eating those grapes. She was a page. She came in as the queen, but she was only a page, only there for what she could get, thinking that she deserved to just sit back and have grapes fed to her while you work your ass off. Wow. Okay. It's already sticking out. Five of Pentacles. Under the Fool. You see this? It's two people just barely connecting. This person financially was absolutely nowhere near what you had. They were there to get. They were there trying to hopefully be your one and only so that they would get what you have and what you stand to gain through what you do. See, what I'm trying to say is you see how they're not touching. There is a hair space between those hands because this person, Five of Pentacles is lack. Five of Pentacles is being out in the cold, okay? They came in and made it a simulation of connection, but it wasn't intent, there was no intention of ever really connecting. And then they found out that if maybe you said if you ever got married, you would, they would have to sign a prenup, or they found out that through the way it's set up through your family or whatever, there's no way any outsider can come, like, you know what I mean, and impede on it, whatever it is. And so off they went. Bottom of this deck, we have King of Cups. The King of Cups. This is water energy. This is not you. You were not yourself. They pulled you right out of what you usually are and do and put you completely with the Ace of Cups and the overall into your emotions for the first time. And it was a nightmare. And I'm so sorry. I really, really am. Let's get your advice. We're using Tarot of the Owls for your advice, Taurus, November 2025, for their highest good. So we've got the Ten of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the Nine of Swords with the Devil. Three of Pentacles. See? It's here twice. The Three of Pentacles. Paying attention to the details. They were paying attention to the details, all right. And when they found out the details, then you found out the truth. But you see, this Three of Pentacles, it's an owl, and you see how her wing is extended out? There's babies and the pentacles. It's all protected. It's all protected. So there's something set in stone that for that very reason. So it's an easy way to weed people out by not telling them that, so you can find out. However, in your scenario, you, for whatever reason, it's who you are, it's your personality. Again, take it how may apply for you. You weren't really interested, and you are, I think, going through a lot of emotions about going against what you felt for whatever reason. I don't know, maybe your parents didn't get along or something, and you just really just shunned away from part of life and just stuck to work. And you this person come along and you pulled you out of it, and now you need clarity. You need transparency on how to move forward, which probably you'll just go back to what you always do. All the more convinced that you were right in the first place. Queen of Wands under the Five of Wands. All she did was bring conflict, and now fill you with conflict and being conflicted now against them, against maybe the whole female species, or just love itself. Take it how it applies, if at all. Queen of Wands under the Five. Whoa. Ten of Swords. It's here twice. Complete and total backstab and betrayal. Wow. It is here two times. Page of Pentacles under the Three of Pentacles, which is also here twice. The Hermit. Now this is you. We know that. And there you go. Back into your hole, back into your cave, back into hermit mode, back into work mode. More to say about that. Five of Pentacles under the Fool, please, Taurus. Six of Pentacles. Completely unfair and unbalanced. They came in as a page disguising themselves as a Queen of Wands, devil in a red dress. That's going to be your title. That doesn't happen very often, but you're getting told because you deserve to. You didn't deserve that. You didn't deserve it at all. So, you know, Spirit's here to tell you that was just completely unfair and unbalanced. Bottom of this deck. Well, right. You're getting clarity, the Sun card. You're probably going away, just taking off for a bit by yourself or maybe with a few buddies, having some fun, getting some clarity, healing, and then coming back and getting back to work with things clearer than they ever were before. All right, your closing deck is from the Mermaid and Fairy Oracle. Close this energy out safely and give Taurus the message they need the most to take away from their November 2025 transparency reading. Thank you so much. These are just so spot on. They make me laugh. You got. You ready? Ready, set, go. Now is the perfect moment to dive in and embrace your heart's desire. So you know what? What they're saying is don't, you know what, if you don't want to open yourself up to love again, don't beat yourself up over it. Do what you want to do. If you want to, do it. If you want to just go and have some fun with some friends and just completely forget this person, do it. You were completely attacked, basically. Okay? That one person that you weren't even looking for. They just came in so devil in a red dress that, you know what I mean? Like, it's like you feel like it was done on purpose by the Invisibles. You know what I mean? Like, who sent you? Kind of, right? Who sent you? That's what you're asking now. Who, or maybe at the moment when you saw them and they're there in front of you and it's like, who sent you? Because am I awake right now? You know what I mean? Like you went head over heels immediately. So, one more time. Now is the perfect moment to dive in and embrace your heart's desire. Your heart's desire, Taurus, and all you individual Tauruses, your heart's desire is your heart's desire, whatever that is. I hope that this has helped encourage you in whatever way you feel you need encouragement at this point. Taurus, I'm just gonna leave whatever you're gonna do with you because by January I'm gonna have to figure out what it is I've got to do because I'm just tired of begging people to hit the like button and seeing four religious people showing up here but not hitting the like button. That's what I can't wrap my head around. Like I said, it's difficult enough just having non-existent numbers, but four people are not non-existent. What I can't figure out is, folks, why do you not religiously hit the like button like you religiously show up? So please, uh, it's maybe going to make or break what I do because I'm a person too. So I have to read the writing on the wall. This is what I have to figure out. I need transparency as well. You guys are the ones that can change it. Really, at this, it's all coming from me. You guys are the ones that can change it by doing your part, hitting the like button, make sure you subscribe, share the video, do all the other things that other people do on other channels to make. I don't even have to have big numbers. I would just like to be in the circumference of my subscribers, and nobody's going to tell me that's too much to ask. So, Taurus, take care of yourself. We'll see you next month. Bye for now.